Aaron Rodgers met with the media Wednesday and told that he has not made any decisions about his future. Rodgers says he hasn't ruled out retirement is over, but whatever he decides, it's going to be a quick decision rather than a prolonged process. Now, what Rodgers decides to do will certainly have an impact on his wide receiver, Davante Adams. When asked about his quarterback status affecting his decision, he said it will be a factor in deciding to re-sign for 2022 or not. Meanwhile, the Vikings, who traveled to Lambeau this week, have placed wide receiver Adam Thielen on the injured reserve because of an ankle injury that required surgery, according to NFL Network's Tom Pelissero. Tom added, with a roughly 1 month recovery time frame, barring a long shot playoff run, Thielen's season is over. The Vikes, though, got a little bit of good news. Dalvin Cook back off the COVID reserve list. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
If you're tired of big cable bills and want to cut the cord, you can still get Newsmax TV for free. Millions of Americans like you are watching Newsmax. It's available on all major cable systems, or get it free on major streaming platforms. Watch Newsmax on smart TVs like Samsung, LG, Vizio, and more. Find Newsmax on your Hub Guide or use the TV app. Newsmax also streams free on Roku, Xumo, Pluto, Amazon Fire, TiVo, Apple TV, Chromecast, and more. More than 7 million people have downloaded the free Newsmax app on their smartphones. There's no paywall or subscription, so watch Newsmax anytime, anywhere. Forbes calls Newsmax a news powerhouse. And watch great shows with Mike Huckabee, Greg Kelly, Rob Schmidt, Diamond and Silk, Stinchfield, and a lot more. Find out why America is tuning in to Newsmax TV, the fastest growing cable news channel. It's a source you can trust. Newsmax is real news for real people.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. Last I checked, we are celebrating a Thursday, 30th day of December, 2021.
When was the last time you checked?
About 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago. Well,
yeah.
I looked, and you're right on. Today is December the 30th.
I got something right for a change.
You did.
Okay.
Dialed in.
Yes. So big plans for New Year's Eve, right?
Big plans.
Yes.
And
you?
It's going to be a really big shoe, right?
Okay. You and I probably two of the biggest party people in the valley, right?
Party animals.
You got it. I don't remember the last time I actually stayed awake till midnight to celebrate a new year.
Well, you should be telling people you do it every year. It's just, it's midnight somewhere.
Yes, exactly.
So that makes up for that. So you qualify there.
Okay. How about some birthdays today?
Birthdays, these would be the biggies, the big shots. Yeah.
Okay, well, actor Russ Tamblyn is 87. He was in the original West Side Story. Mm-hmm. Singer, actor, probably more known for Broadway than for motion pictures. Mm-hmm. Singer Noel Paul Stookey.
Paul Stookey.
Yeah. Yeah, the only survivor of Peter, Paul, and Mary.
And a good songwriter.
Yes, he's 84 today. And actor Fred Ward is 79. You would know the face. You may not remember the name. Actor Conchetta Tomai is 76. Singer Patti Smith is 75. Actor Cheryl Lee Ralph is 66. Actor Patricia Kalember is 65. Actor, comedian Tracy Ullman, 62. Actor George Newbern, 58. Actor Meredith Monroe, 52. Actor Daniel Sunjata is 50. Actor Maureen Flanagan, 49. Actor Jason Bear is 48. Actor Lucy Punch, 44. Actor Eliza Dushku is 41. Actor Kristen Kruk is 39. Singer Andra Day is 35. Actor Kate is 35. Actor Jeff Ward, 35. Okay.
Where do they come up with these names, huh?
I think what it is more and more actors are using their real name instead of one given them by the Hollywood studio.
That could be.
Yes.
Could be.
Okay, local birthdays. Here are dads Amy celebrated yesterday.
That's right.
Okay. And you celebrated the day after Christmas. And dads, when they're doing their taxes, love the late December birthdays, right?
Yes.
You get the full year deduction.
You slid in just right in the nick of time.
Okay, here's today's birthdays. Let's celebrate today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Sal Ayala, Blaine Smith, Tyler Rees, Robert Silva, Jim Carroll, Terry Lacey, Karen Wynn, Manuel Gonzalez, Daniel Miramontes, Linda Chambers, Renee Guerrero, and Chris Chavarin. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. What's in the news? The average American owes more than $1,200 after the recent holiday season. Okay.
That's the average amount. Huh?
Yes. Lending Tree says more than a third of consumers reported they spent more than they could afford. Hey, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling it. I mean, last week, I bought a tank of gas on a layaway plan, right?
Yeah, you're still paying for it. You get to use it pretty soon.
Yeah. And, at what point do gas prices go down? I don't know.
But I'll let you know as soon as I find out.
Yes. We haven't talked about the Kardashians in a while, have we?
No, and that's okay.
Yes, but Kim Kardashian has revealed she doesn't post photos with Pete Davidson because Kim wants to spare Kanye from getting hurt.
Oh.
That's so big of Kim, right?
That is.
Yeah.
Wow. I kind of took my breath away. I don't,
Yes.
Maybe I'll catch it here in a minute.
And, and there are people that still hang on every word and every move of the Kardashians.
Yeah, some people,
Some
notice
people.
We said some.
Yeah, get a life, okay?
All right, I promise.
And, we figured out the Kardashians have no real talents, no real abilities, other than making money.
Making money, yeah.
Yes. Anyway, so we've got a bunch of news and other good stuff. Are you ready?
We do. We have some weather in the news.
Yeah, and we've had some up and down weather the past couple of weeks, so we'll touch on that.
A residential burglary and some more, so stay with us.
Okay. Right now, it's a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialist. When we get to the weather, we're going to be seeing some overnight lows in the low 30s. Yeah, is your heater working? If not, call your buddies at Lock Air Conditioning, Heating, and Custom Sheet Metal.
CBS News Brief, a sobering prediction on COVID cases for the new year.
With Omicron, we're going to see a viral blizzard over the next 5 weeks in this country.
The University of Minnesota's Michael Osterholm on CBS with an increase of more than 62% in daily cases just yesterday. President Biden and Russia's Vladimir Putin are getting set for a phone conversation this afternoon. Correspondent Imtiaz Tayab.
We have to be clear, very few people want to see a Russian war in the Ukraine.
It will be an unusual start to the new year in parts of the South. CBS's Jeff Baradelli.
Cold air is plunging south from Canada, and that is butting heads with extreme warmth in the southeast. Over the next few days, about 100 record highs are possible across the southeast.
Tesla is recalling almost 500,000 Model 3 and Model S cars because of a problem with the rear view cameras that could increase the risk of crashes. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Many people are canceling their New Year's Eve plans because of the COVID surge. This is Sonoma County Representative Matt Brown.
We've seen case rates spike after every holiday in the past 2 years. Look, this variant is... we haven't seen this type of transmission.
On Thursday, Los Angeles County reported over 16,000 new COVID cases. Both Interstate 80 and US 50 have reopened after being closed for days because of that massive snowstorm in the Sierra. Although they've reopened, Caltrans Director Tokes of Michigan is urging you to avoid driving in the area if possible.
It's actually putting our state workers, emergency workers, whether that's CHP or maintenance workers specifically at Caltrans, actually putting them in more danger, because they're having to work harder to get people through.
And as another rainstorm moves into Southern California, a mandatory evacuation order is in effect for Orange County residents living in the Bonfire Burn Star area. Steve Clausen, California News.
World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
Exergen would like you to know about an important study just released by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has known all along. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate. The study also reports that they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. We can't afford to tolerate the rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
The holidays are the most wonderful time of the year, but they can also be the most stressful. And with the threat of COVID-19 still looming, emotions are high and can be overwhelming. Cal Hope can help with free emotional support for you and your loved ones this holiday season. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
It's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the valley, soon to be a third. It's Quick Lane on Highway 86 in the Brawley Auto Center and on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Thursday morning, another weather system is lurking. Here's George Gale with the story.
The National Weather Service says light to moderate rain showers are very likely today through Friday in the Imperial and Yuma valleys. Conditions will begin to dry late Friday, with breezy conditions Saturday and freezing temperatures possible in low-lying parts of the valley Sunday morning. Rainfall amounts will be in the 0.01 to a 0.50 range. Snow is anticipated in the higher elevations of the San Diego County mountains. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
El Centro police are investigating a residential break-in that was reported Tuesday. According to police reports, at about 4 p.m., 2 suspects broke in a window and took an estimated $8,000 worth of jewelry and other miscellaneous items. Police were provided descriptions of 2 suspects that were seen leaving the residence, and there is also surveillance video of the suspects. KXO News Time coming up to 7:42.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers ready to take care of your automotive service needs. Tires, brakes, batteries, AC service, alignments, lube oil and filter change, and more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
Yuma Medical Center is getting some help. A medical team is being called in. Here's more in that story.
It is a 17-person military medical team. Arizona Department of Health Services said the team was headed to Yuma Regional Medical Center. Team will assist with the surge of COVID hospitalizations. DHS says 14 members of the team will be clinical staff, including nurses and doctors. There is no exact timetable for the team to arrive. This comes as hospitals across Arizona are experiencing surges of COVID hospitalizations. Health officials say the next 6 weeks are a very bad time to get sick or hurt in Arizona. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Call it found property. An El Centro resident reported finding some unusual objects in a dumpster. The individual reported that he located 10 rounds of 20-millimeter ammunition in the dumpster in the area of the 1500 block of Ocotillo Drive. The ammunition was booked by El Centro Police Department as found property and will be destroyed. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations and a 3rd location coming soon. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Bring in the new year the right way with Ford. America's best-selling trucks are here, and capable SUVs are rolling out. During the final days of the year-end sales event, get great offers on the perfect Ford for you. Like F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. And with Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. Or come home in a Ford Bronco Sport. That's how you start the year off right with Ford. We want your trade. Get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $2,500 retail bonus cash on a 2021 Ford F-150 or Ranger. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 0% APR financing for 60 months at $1,667 per month per $1,000 financed, regardless of down payment. Excludes Raptor and Tremor. Residency restrictions apply. Offers end 1/3/22. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Based 77 to 2020, CY total sales. Based on IHS market 1946 to current U.S. total new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs.
It's page 2 of the local news and the weather, brought to you this morning by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, auto or home insurance. And Gene, you remember yesterday we said David or Jose could write an insurance policy to protect you against running into a wild burro?
Yes.
Well, they can also sell you a policy to protect the wild burro.
Probably so. You got to catch him, though.
Yeah.
Talk to him. Continuing with more local news, the Imperial County is helping displaced families, and they're asking for public assistance. Here's more on that story.
They are caring for 8 displaced families. Families were displaced in the November fire in Desert Shores. Man and his 2 children died in that fire. The county is caring for the families in the hopes of preventing homelessness. They are providing temporary housing to the affected families by placing them in travel trailers. Department of Social Services, through the continuum of care, continues to assess the needs of those families to potentially identify long-term housing options and solutions. County is accepting donations of almost everything from bed sheets, blankets, pillows, towels, dinnerware, personal hygiene items, etc., etc. For more information, contact Esperanza Colio at esperanzacolio@co.imperial.ca.gov.us. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A 55-year-old man is in custody after allegedly assaulting his girlfriend with a baseball bat. The incident was reported shortly before 4 p.m. on Tuesday. On arrival, police found a woman who had a laceration on her head. She told officers that her boyfriend had hit her on the head and arm with a bat. The boyfriend was located and detained and then arrested and booked at Imperial County Jail on charges related to the assault. Well, it's going to be another long weekend ahead. George Gale explains.
Some will be taking a 4-day weekend. County non-emergency offices will be closed today and tomorrow. The city halls in Brawley and El Centro will also be closed Thursday and Friday. Imperial Irrigation District offices will be closed on Friday, but crews will be available to respond to emergencies. State and federal businesses will be closed Friday. Commercial establishments will vary, but most will be open at least a few hours over the New Year's weekend. California Highway Patrol will go into their maximum enforcement period at 6:01 Friday evening and will continue through 11:59 Sunday night. New Year's is considered a drinking holiday, so all law enforcement agencies will be on the lookout for impaired or distracted drivers. They strongly recommend the use of designated drivers if you are going to party this weekend. Motto is never drink and drive. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
It's nice to explore your options when it comes to buying insurance, no matter what you're looking for. David H. West Insurance Services offers it all. And being an independent broker, we have many companies to choose from. We continue providing Medicare, life, and health plans, and now offer auto, home, and commercial insurance. David H. West Insurance Services can find the right insurance to fit your needs and budget. And best of all, a staff who cares about you. So don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call David H. West Insurance Services at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411 for a free insurance review. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says another wet weather system will impact much of the region later today through early Saturday, bringing fairly widespread lower desert rain and higher terrain snow. Best chances for rain look to be during the daytime hours on Friday. Below normal temperatures will persist through the weekend, with potential for overnight freezing temperatures Sunday morning. Much drier conditions will settle into the region starting Sunday, with a slow warming trend lasting through much of next week. 64 our high yesterday, 43 the low. Mostly sunny today with a high near 64. South wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming northwest this afternoon. There is a 30% chance of showers, mainly between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Mostly cloudy tonight with a low around 49. Northeast wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming east after midnight. There is a 50% chance of showers, mainly after 7 p.m. Friday, mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny with a high near 66. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. A 40% chance of showers, mainly before 10. Saturday, New Year's Day, sunny with a high near 61. North wind about 10 miles an hour. Sunday will be sunny with a high near 59. Northeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. 49 degrees, 71% relative humidity. The wind calm. Air quality throughout the Imperial Valley good, moderate in Mexicali. That's it for page 2 of the local news and weather, all brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, and Medicare supplemental coverage. The Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event is now in progress.
Hi, this is Luis Sotelo at Imperial Valley Volkswagen. We have a holiday deal you'll feel good about next year and for years to come. How about 0 down, 0 security deposit, 0 first monthly lease payment, and 0 due at signing, folks? See us at Imperial Valley Volkswagen and you can sign and then drive.
The Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event is now in progress. Excludes tax, title, license options, and dealer fees. Example, lease 2022 Taos, $309 per month for 39 months for highly qualified customers through Volkswagen Credit. Offer ends January 3rd, 22. It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Strip South Network, working together to provide you the best care. College football last night. The New Era Pinstripe Bowl. Maryland beat up on Virginia Tech 54-10. The Cheez-It Bowl. Clemson rocked Iowa State 2013. And in the Valero Alamo Bowl, Oklahoma blew up Oregon 47-32. Today, it's Duke's Mayo Bowl, North Carolina versus South Carolina. The Trans-Perfect Music City Bowl, Tennessee versus Purdue. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, Michigan State and Pittsburgh. And the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, Wisconsin and Arizona State. Ho-hum. NBA action. The Knicks topped the Pistons 94-85. Hornets hammered the Pacers 116-108. Clippers clubbed the Celtics 91-82. Bulls beat up on the Hawks 131-117. Grizzlies over the Lakers 104-99. And it was the Suns 115, Thunder 97. Jazz jumped on the Trailblazers 120-105, and the Kings nipped the Mavericks 95-94. Heat and the Spurs postponed.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, Colts coach Frank Reich, after reaching out to retired quarterback Phillip Rivers, will start rookie Sam Ehlinger against the Las Vegas Raiders Sunday. That's if veteran Carson Wentz is not cleared to play. Wentz was placed on the reserve COVID-19 list Tuesday after testing positive. He originally was supposed to miss 10 days for being unvaccinated and testing positive, but the NFL and the Players Association adopted new guidelines from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention that would reduce the quarantine time to 5 days. Is he going to play or not? We'll see. And Aaron Rodgers says, hey, I'm not going to take forever to make a decision whether I'll play next year or not. Yeah, Rodgers, who's having a career year, may just step down. And we mentioned that Oklahoma picked up a big win over Oregon. Well, Bob Stoops in Oklahoma, it was just kind of like old times, as Stoops has returned to the Sooners and picked up the big win over Oregon in the Alamo Bowl last night. No Thursday night football. We're done with that. We do have some Sunday night action, the Vikings and the Packers. And Sunday, also, we did mention that it'll be the Raiders and the Colts, 9:30 Sunday morning on FM 107.5. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
At Burgers and Beer, we want you to be happy, live happy, work happy. Most of all, we want you to celebrate whatever makes you happy at Burgers and Beer. Bring your friends, bring your family, and let's make time for a good time. All the drinks, all the food, and great service too. Everything you need is right here at Burgers and Beer. Burgers and Beer, the best burgers in town.
It's financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro. Two of the world's biggest chip makers are warning that COVID-19 outbreaks and stringent lockdowns in a major Chinese industrial hub are hampering their operations. Samsung and Micron said this week that they've had to adjust operations in the northwestern city of Xi'an, which is experiencing one of China's worst community outbreaks of the coronavirus pandemic. Authorities have responded by enacting sweeping measures with an intensity and on a scale rarely seen since Wuhan, the pandemic's original epicenter. Any slowdown in output from the city risks worsening the global chip shortage, an ongoing crisis that has limited the supply of everything from iPhones to new cars. And JetBlue Airways is reducing its schedule by about 1,200 flights from Thursday through January 13th because of a growing number of crew members falling sick from COVID infections. That's about 10% of JetBlue schedules. Airlines have been canceling hundreds of flights every day in the U.S. since Christmas Eve as they grapple with staff shortages due to COVID-19 infections and bad weather in parts of the country. JetBlue, based in New York, recorded new record high of 67,000 positive cases on Tuesday. That was New York. What's going on Wall Street? Well, right now, we're seeing green. The Dow Jones Industrial up 34 points at 36,524. S&P 500 at 4,801. That's up 8.5. The NASDAQ up 81 points at 15,847. Gold up $1.50 an ounce. And oil is up 53 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business, and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping services too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro, and if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Today will be mostly sunny with a high near 64. South wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming north-northwest this afternoon. We do have a 30% chance of showers, mainly between 1 and 4 p.m. this afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 49. North-northeast wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming east after midnight. A 50% chance of showers, mainly after 7 p.m. Friday will be mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny. Look for a high near 66. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. We have a 40% chance of showers, mainly before 10 a.m. tomorrow. 49 degrees, 70% our relative humidity right now. The wind is calm. Air quality good throughout the Imperial Valley, moderate in Mexicali. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by the Exogen Temporal Scanner.
I'm Peter King in Orlando. Florida is one of many states reporting record COVID case numbers, and the CDC says as a whole the country has done the same, with a 7-day average of more than 277,000 cases per day. University of Minnesota infectious disease specialist Dr. Michael Osterholm says it will get worse.
The surge is going to occur in the next 3 to 8 weeks, and it takes at least 14 days just from the time you've had that third dose, or with the J&J, that second dose, before you see increased protection.
The South Africa study says the Johnson & Johnson booster can greatly reduce the chances of hospitalizations. Flight.com says close to 1,100 U.S. flights have been canceled today. Your CBS's Jim Krasula.
Airlines continue canceling and delaying hundreds of flights daily as they face staffing shortages because of COVID-19 outbreaks among workers. Debbie and Robert Laughlin flew back to Raleigh-Durham International Airport from Houston.
We were a bit nervous that our flight was going to get canceled as well, so we were trying to figure out a plan B.
You're at the airport and you can scream and cry and jump up and down, but that's not going to get you anything.
JetBlue is reducing its flight schedule by nearly 1,300 flights through mid-January because of staffing issues.
Seattle SeaTac Airport most U.S. cancellations. That's mostly because of the big winter storm that's paralyzed parts of the Pacific Northwest. That storm is one of several factors that have brought the supply chain to a grinding halt there. Sunny Lee is a Seattle restaurant supervisor.
The pandemic has already hit us once with the shortage of a lot of stuff, and I felt like we were getting on a good track of getting everything, and then this whole snowstorm hit. And so it's like back to square one.
The guilty verdict in the Ghislaine Maxwell sex trafficking trial is getting praise from one of Jeffrey Epstein's accusers. Sarah Ransom was not part of the trial, but she writes about being coerced into Epstein's sex ring. She tells CBS Mornings she's grateful for the other women who came forward.
I do feel vindicated, and I feel completely overwhelmed for a start. And I never thought this day would ever happen.
President Biden and Russian leader Vladimir Putin are scheduled to talk this afternoon. CBS's Jan Crawford says it's not expected to be a happy New Year call, but rather a chat dealing seriously with Ukraine.
The White House says it doesn't know why President Putin requested the call, but it thinks it's important for President Biden to engage with him one-on-one, especially when there are now upwards of 100,000 Russian troops gathered along the Ukrainian border.
up more, the NASDAQ up 63. This is CBS News.
If you're checking for fever, the leading sign of COVID-19, beware of dangerously inaccurate non-contact thermometers. Instead, learn about Exergen at Exergen.com.
Now an important message from a critical new FDA study proves that the widely used non-contact thermometers are not accurate and have high probabilities for false negative readings. New COVID strands are on the rise, and non-contact manufacturers are being irresponsible at a time when accuracy matters most. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. Don't wait. Switch to Exergen because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Velvety paper feel, exquisite colors, stunning scale. At Staples, we sweat the details and quality of every print project. Stop by Staples and try our Print Big Promise. We're committed to getting your print job right, to treating your small business like a big thing, guiding you from start to finish. Get 20% off signs, banners, and posters when you spend $75 or more. Offer ends January 1st. Visit staples.com/services/printing for details. Staples, where small business prints big.
College basketball fans will be missing longtime voice and primetime player Dick Vitale. He's sidelined for now because of a continued cancer.
It's hard to imagine to college basketball games without Dick's voice. But the broadcaster, his voice needs a timeout. A throat doctor advised him to rest his voice because he has precancerous dysphagia of the vocal cord membrane. Vitale's undergone cure for melanoma, and back in October, he announced he'd also been diagnosed with lymphoma. He's currently undergoing chemo. Vitale's been calling ESPN for more than 40 years. He's 82, but says he plans working till he's 100. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
One of the last living members of the all-black Buffalo Soldiers has died in the Tampa Bay area. Steve Lewis was assigned to the regiment in 1943, a year before it was deactivated. Lewis was 99. Peter King, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Classic case of neurotic narcissism and a first-class smarty pants.
AM 1230 KXO.